Welcome everyone. It's great to see everyone today. It's Derech Emet Torah Center, East 13 TNU. It's really an honor. I come here, I feel so energized when I see, part of Shi'ur, it's Baruch Hashem getting sent out everywhere. But part of the Shi'ur is you guys also have a schut, because when I come in and I see this vibe and energy, it gives me koach, it gives me strength to say it strong in the Shi'ur, to say it be'emet. Tonight we're discussing the wayward son. Anybody here of the wayward son? You know what that is? Who's the wayward son? Come on, boys. You know the son? Which one is it? Ben? What is it, Ben? Soreno more. You ever hear Ben Soreno more? Who's the Ben? Ki ish Ben Soreno more. He has a son, heaven forbid. Soreno more. What is that? That is, you have a 13-year-old kid. Boost, you had a bris, and everybody's so excited, and we're saying, Legadelo, the torah, chupah, maasim tovim. He should be a tzaddik. He should learn Torah. He should have a wedding. He should do good deeds. All of a sudden, he hits 13 years old. The guy, one day, he starts stealing from his father's sleeping. He opens up his wallet. He takes some money out, or he goes to his mother's purse, takes out money, starts stealing, starts eating meat, drinking wine. The age of 13, going wild with that. He considers Zolev as Ben Soreno more. And Torah specifically says, what do we do to this kid? We kill him. We stone him. Now I have a question for you. Does that make sense? Did he go ahead and murder people? Now, I understand. The guy went and took a machete and goes shh, or the guy went and took a bomb and threw it in a building. I understand. What did the guy do? The guy went out, stole money from his parents, bought a nice piece of steak, cowboy. What do they have? The tomahawk, or they have something better now. They have Delmonico, but they have a different one. They have one that they massage the cow. What is it called? Wagyu. Right, they have the Wagyu. He was in the mood, The guy goes and he goes to the restaurant and he says, "Oh, by the way, they massage this cow Wagyu meat. It's so how long was it? 24, and it's dry aged for 52 days in the age, and the guy's psyched." He goes to his parents' wallet, opens it up, finds a few $100s, takes it, steals it, goes, buys a crazy Cabernet bottle, drinks it with a nice fried steak. Kill him! Kill the guy! Hello? What did he do wrong? That he gets killed? I understand, maybe slap him, this, that. But kill him? Kill the guy? What did the guy do? Richie, yeah? What did the guy do?
He's responsible.
I know he's 13. I know everybody knows he's 13 and responsible, but at the end of the day, he's responsible, but give him a different punishment. We're going to go kill the guy.
It doesn't fit.
He's going to bed din. Okay, well, why are you getting me? Oh, you stole, and okay, and then we're going to take you, chuck you, and stone you. What?
It doesn't fit.
Doesn't fit the punishment. Everything has a punishment. You know what I'm saying? Every sin has their punishment. And so this is like, what? What's going on over here? What's going on over here? So I'm going to tell you tonight the answer. But tonight, you're going to get the answer to this question. You ready for the answer? You know who deals with my problem? Rashi. And I'll read you Rashi. Rashi says, right? Ben Soreno more. Why does he get killed? He says, Al Shem Sofo, which I'll explain in a minute. Higia Torah lesof da'ato. He says the Torah looked in the future. Sof shemechale mamon aviv ve'omer b'parshachim u'malastim ha'periyot. He says that eventually you think that it's going to stop there. What happens when his parents, he opens up the wallet and there's no money in his father's wallet? Eventually the money runs out, open it, nothing there. What happens when he opens up his mother's purse and there's no money there? What happens there? He's going to go rob. It's going to get worse and worse. it's getting worse and worse. And then soon he's going to rob and this, that. So the Torah is saying, stop him now. Kill him now. So this person, listen to this Rashi, what does he say? He says, Amra Torah, Yamut Zakai, Va'al Yamut Hayav. Let him die with merit, and don't let him die with obligations. Now let me explain. Let me explain this Rashi. Like this. There is a pasuk in Gemara Hagigah that speaks about it. And it says, Hen, the people that Hashem has emunah with, Hen b'kedushav lo ya'amin. What does that mean? Hen b'kedushav lo ya'amin. You know what we say it? Some people, this is the Gemara I'm telling you. It's in the first few pages of Masechet Hagigah. Some people, lo alin v'lo lechem, die young. Sometimes a person dies young. And it's a very tragic. The Gemara says over there, Hashem took that person. First of all, of course, we know Kapara, Hashem has his cheshbonot. But one of the cheshbonot is that this person is clean of sin. He's so clean, he's so pure. So he's going to keep him pure. This Ben Soreno More, don't forget what we are living for. Again, don't forget what we're living for. What are we living for? We're living for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When a person lives with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he has to live with the belief, like the Rambam says, of reward and punishment. But today I'm going to speak about the reward. You must believe in reward. Now, story. I was walking about 10 years ago, and a fellow comes to me, not religious at all. Says, Rabbi, you know I don't come often, but the once in a while I have a question, and I'd like you to answer it. This is his question. You ready? Meir, listen to the question. His question is like this. We gotta have you closer. Too far. All right, come. Bring a chair closer so I can see you. And Richie, if you don't mind just to drop this way so I can see you also. The camera's blocking. So what was I saying? Oh, so I walked into Shiur one night, and this is what the fellow told me. You guys ready? This is his question. Rabbi, yes? Did you speak about reward, that one mitzvah, you create an angel. Tonight, you hear one word of Torah, we're speaking Divrei Torah, you're my partners in the Shiur, we're creating together angels on every word of Torah. The Hafetz Chaim has a sefer called Torah Bayit, and in that sefer he says a cheshbon, that if every word of Torah that you speak, you get a mitzvah. Every mitzvah that you do, you create an angel. So that means every single time you're talking Torah, you say a pasuk in Tehillim, when you do a mitzvah, you're creating an angel, you're creating a malach. This is what Chafetz Chaim says, and this is Pirkei Avot says. Every mitzvah that you do, you create a malach. And this is our belief system. This is what we believe in. 100%. You give tzedakah, you created a malach, tzedakah malach. You learn Torah, you create an angel of Torah malach. You prayed, you created an angel. It's even brought down, there's in the Gemara also, Masechet Hagigah, in the second perek, when you pray to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when a tzaddik prays to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, there's an angel, I'm not going to say his name, I remember that time you said his name and he got your coffee spilled. So he says like this, the angel, what does he do? He takes the tefillah of the tzaddik and he makes it into a crown and he throws it on kiviyachol onto Hashem's head. Like kiviyachol. Throws it on Hashem's head. When you're doing Torah, mitzvot, maasim tovim, you're creating malachim. You might not see it, but it's fact. You might not ever see it. You can't see it now. In Shamayim you'll see it. After 120 you'll see it. You don't see it now. But you're creating things in Shamayim that you can't imagine. I'll give you another example. The Zohar says, when you finish Masechet from cover to cover, let's say you finish Masechet from cover to cover, the Zohar says, you will get rewarded a world. Yarita mesechta, yarashta mesechta, yarita alma. If you go and learn a Gemara from cover to cover, you finish the Gemara, just know your reward will be, Zohar says it, Yarita Alma. When you go after 120 to Hashem, to the Kisei Kavod, you'll get a world for each Gemara you finished. That's what the Zohar says. And it's fact, by the way. A world! Now, after I said all this, this fellow says, Rabbi, did you go to Olam Haba? Did you go to Gan Eden and you saw all this? I said, no. He said, how can you prove it? What he says to me. Now, how would you answer? Now, I have to answer as a rabbi, you should know. And for yourself, you should know. You have to know how to answer sometimes, the right answer. So I know where he's coming. I'm not going to show him a pasuk and he's going to, pasuk, where's that pasuk? He's going to start questioning that. So how did I answer him? Listen to this. Listen to this. This is the right answer. You ready for one of the right answers to answer like this? Told him, look, you ever hear of insurance? Says yes. You ever hear of house insurance? Meaning to say, what? If there's ever a fire or a leak in your house, you have insurance on it, they cover the whole bill. I'll never forget. I had this best insurance. Unbelievable. He kicked me off if I make this claim. It was Chubb. You know Chubb? I don't know if you know Chubb Insurance. I don't know. I didn't know at the time. I just bought it. It's for the house. And what happened was the shingles on the side of the house. It was a Hurricane Sandy. I forgot what it was, and a few of them fell down. So now I can't replace that same color. So it has to be all the same color. So technically speaking, they give you a check to all the shingles, all the same color. It's like a crazy big check. 50 grand, 80 grand, whatever it was. My point being is, everybody has house insurance. Why? Just in case of, heaven forbid, something goes wrong with the house. Call up insurance. I'm paying you. Let's go. I pay you a few thousand a year, whatever it is. Everybody has car insurance, right? Everybody has car insurance. What do you have car insurance for? Heaven forbid, if somebody hits your car or you hit somebody's car, you're covered. How much is the car? 60,000. You hit a Ferrari. Imagine the guy hit his Ferrari. I can't hit I hit a Ferrari. You hit a Ferrari. Now how much is the Ferrari? Now I have to pay for the Ferrari. How much is the Ferrari? How much? 200. Imagine now. Go. Your car going like this. You're thinking about you drop your coffee and this, that. You go, you hit the Ferrari. I did a Ferrari and the whole thing got ruined and this and that. He wants me to pay 200 grand. Now you have 200 grand to give it like this. So every year, what do? You pay $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 insurance. If that happens, they cover $200,000. Got it? So I told him, for your house, you know how to buy insurance. For what? For your car, you know how to buy insurance. But for Olam Haba, you're not ready to buy insurance? For Gan Eden, you're not ready? You're ready to take a chance? And let's say after 120, you go to the grave after 120 years living in this earth. And they're like, oh no, Rabbi Palacci, you were right. Whoa. And you didn't buy insurance. You didn't buy insurance. But guess what? You live a better life. When a person keeps the Torah and the mitzvot, he lives a better life in this world. In this world, because Hashem created it and He gave the map, He gave the instructions how to live it, and if you follow it, you will live the best life in this world. And then also, you also have Gan Eden, and also like that. Think about it. Is it so bad you keep Shabbat? It's the most beautiful thing. You come home from shul, the father says Kiddush, all the kids are sitting around the table, comes Pesach, comes Chanukah, comes Sukkot. How many holidays, how many Shabbats with all the family? How awesome it is. How great it is. You know what kind of good feeling it is to help out? This is a mitzvah to help out others. You feel good. I remember one goy, one time I heard him saying, he was a very popular goy. And he said one of the most selfish things that a person can do in his life. Selfish. You know what selfish means? Like for yourself. One of the most selfish things, one of the things that you do for yourself is what? Is helping others. Because when you help others, you feel good. Imagine you really go out and somebody needed, I don't know, let's say for example they needed shoes. You see, the guy doesn't have shoes. I see a hole in your shoes. I see, and he's your friend. You see, he comes to shul, let's say, I'm giving an example, the guy has a hole in shoes. You tell him, excuse me, guess what? Today, right after shul, I'm treating you for shoes. Now you go buy him the best shoes. Now, the next day you see him, he's wearing the shoes that you bought him. And every day he's wearing the shoes that you bought him. How good do you feel? Who feels better? The guy actually wearing the shoes or you that paid for the shoes that he's wearing? Who feels better? You feel so good. Every time you're like, wow, those are shoes of mine. They look good on you. I love it. And you feel good. You helped out the guy. Now he doesn't have to walk with a hole in his shoe. And you did it. And you feel good. You feel so good because it's the most selfish things that you can do. So therefore the Torah is telling you, be a good person, do tzedakah, do mitzvot, keep Torah, keep Shabbat, do all these things. Have oneg Shabbat. The Torah, you get a mitzvah. Imagine I tell you, if you eat a nice meal on Shabbat, you're getting a mitzvah that it says in Mishnah Berurah. If you look at the Mishnah Berurah, Chelek Gimel, in the first siman, it says one of the ways to be rich is to have oneg Shabbat, is to have a good meal. Imagine I tell you, you can have a good wine for Shabbat, beautiful, you're going to be rich. What? What are you talking about? You're going to fulfill a mitzvah of oneg Shabbat when you eat. Dress up nicely, do this. There's all mitzvot. There's all mitzvot. So you're not only getting this world, you're also getting the whole next world. So I tell the guy, are you willing to take that chance? Let's say after 120 you go there, and you see, Rabbi, you were right. What are you going to do now? It's too late. It's too late. You willing to take the chance? Nobody's. And that's why here you do it now. One of the greatest advice that I can give the men, and I'm explaining something. The Gaon Mevilna wrote, really we have this yesod. And what is that? What's the greatest mitzvah for women? What is it? Sni'ut. What's the greatest mitzvah that we're obligated to do? Of course, Talmud Torah is the greatest mitzvah. But sni'ut for the thing. The greatest mitzvah for a man, of course, Peru Urvu, that's up there, very up there, you have to be there. But Talmud Torah kinei kulam. Talmud Torah learning. Learning is one of the most important. Because when you learn, it'll lead to do other mitzvot as well. Besides the fact that learning itself, in it itself is the greatest mitzvah, but also, mevi lidei maaseh. It brings a person to do more and more and more. Let's say you come to the shiur, you're learning Torah. Now what do? You get inspired, and you go out, you say, I want to finish Masechah. This year is coming a new year. I want to finish a whole Masechah from CocaCola. I want to get a whole world when I get up there, like the Zohar says. And that's exactly what we're doing. What are we doing with this? What are we doing with this? This kid? We say, Habibi, this is the most merciful thing that we can do. What is the most merciful thing that you can do? The most merciful thing that we can do is what? Kill you now. Kill the kid now. Why? Because if he's going to live, he's going to lose his Olam Haba. You realize that or no? It says, Kol Yisrael yesh lahem helek le'olam haba. Every Yisrael, if you're born Jewish, you have a portion in the afterlife. Kol Yisrael, every Jew, yesh lahem helek le'olam haba. But some people don't know the end of that Mishnah. And it says, Elohei, Chelem Elohba. These are the following who lost their portion. There's some people out there that they can lose it. You got to do something very bad to lose it. But it could be that the guy, if he did something very, 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 very bad, he can lose it. So what's the most merciful thing that we can do for our child? In this situation, Ben Soreno Moreh, we tell the boy, Habibi, I gotta kill you now. Why? Because I see where you're going. You're going to go murder people to get money, because if you're doing it with your own parents, imagine when your parents run out of money, what are you going to do? You're going to go with a shotgun and you go to a mall and you say, guys, hand out all your money, I'll kill you all. And everybody's so scared about it, you go for a few dollars, so you get your steak. And you whine. The cowboy steak or the his steak, right? That's what you're doing. Why? This is what it is. So what is the Torah saying? We don't want to lose your chelik. We don't want you to lose what? Your portion of Labah. Kill him now. This is the most merciful thing that you can do. So at least he'll go to Gan Eden, he'll have a portion. You know, you hear how powerful the Torah is? By the way, on a side note, Gemara in Sanhedrin says, it never happened, by the way. We never had to kill any kid at 13. Just letting you know. Let's get this straight. The Gemara says in Masechet Sanhedrin, it never happened. And guess what? The Gemara says it never will happen. You'll never have a 13-year-old kid going to his mom stealing. Maybe people think like, oh wait, if I was 13, maybe I would. You know? No, it's not going to happen. We're not going to go, and it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. It won't happen. But at the end of the day, there's a lesson to be learned. What's the lesson to be learned? The lesson to be learned is that we have to understand is that this kid could lose his whole Olam Haba. So the most merciful thing that we can do for the kid is what? Kill him now so he doesn't lose it. It's a real big thing. Olam Haba is a real thing, by the way. Over there, it's eternal. People, you know what it is? You know how smart CocaCola is? Should I tell you how smart CocaCola is? They're such geniuses because they put their advertisement everywhere. You could be driving on a highway and you can just see Coke. Why do they do that? Anybody want to tell me why they do that? I'm going to tell you the science behind it. You ready? I'll never forget, one time I wanted to advertise something. And I called I forgot which like one of these community magazines, like one of these magazines. And they told me, if you're advertising, advertise not just one time. Advertise for the whole year. I said, why, one time? No. Why? Now I chapped the whole situation. You ready? You ready for this? What does Coke do? They buy the best advertisements. Times Square, you'll see CocaCola. You'll see the big rabbi and the Santa. There's that. Yeah, Coca-Cola, drink the Coke. And they're smart. You know what they do also? They try to make it personal. What do? Do you remember when Coke had like the names on the Coke? You know what I'm talking about? Anybody remember? Yeah. What did it say? It said like, what? Share a Coke. They do all these crazy things like share a Coke and they put your name on it, you know? Joe. You buy Joe, you know, I'm buying this. Well, I put my name, Joe, you know, and they get you like that. No? You have a friend, Brian, you know? Oh, Brian, I'm getting Brian. What? But they're smart. And they're advertising all over. Why do they do that? Anybody figure it out? Anybody can tell me why they do that? You know what it is? We have something called a conscious and a subconscious mind. Got it? Conscious and subconscious. Now what happens is like this. When you see the advertisement, Coke. One time, you're going to be thirsty. You're going to go to a supermarket. You're going to open up the fridge to buy a drink. And now you have Coke and you have other things. It's so ingrained in your brain, Coke, that the first thing you're taking is really a Coke. Let's say you're drinking let's say you're having you're gonna buy a soda. Let me get you a soda, whatever it is. You're gonna take a Coke because why? They already brainwashed you. They sing it a million times. So therefore, automatically you're gonna go into the fridge. You say, "Oh, I'll pull a Coke," because in the subconscious you saw it so many times. Okay, fine, let me do it. Eventually, it clicked. You understand? That's what we have to do. To what? For Gan Eden Olam Haba. It's after 120. We should all live a long, healthy life. A happy, healthy, long life. But for everyone, 120 is going to come. And we have to brainwash ourselves from now that no, it's like a business. You know business? You got to think, how am I gonna run? You ever hear of Blockbuster? Anybody hear of Blockbuster? You ever hear of Netflix? Yeah. You know what happened? Netflix went to Blockbuster, and Blockbuster was running a $1 billion industry. Not million, billions. Billion, how many stores they had? I'll never forget. I remember as a kid, but all of a sudden I come back from Israel one year, I see the thing, there's no sun. What's going on? They went out of business in 1 year. They went from $1 billion company in 1 year, everything is gone. You know what the CEO said at the closing of the blockbuster finishing? We didn't look ahead. We didn't look at the future. We didn't see our plan, how we're going to improve the business like that future will improve. Understand? You have to understand, you in your life, you have to take it serious. It's not a joke. You have to build your brand. And I'm not joking. You have to build your brand. You know what it is? You know what? The problem is we don't understand eternity. And we have to do it in our subconscious mind that it's be like this. I one time asked somebody, how did the Hafetz Chaim become the Hafetz Chaim? How? Anybody can tell me? Who doesn't know Hafetz Chaim? He wrote the Mishnah Berurah. He wrote the Shminat HaLashon. He was one of the greatest rabbis that ever lived in the past, who knows how many hundreds of years. And everybody knows him. And he's in his books, his Sefarim is in every single Bet Midrash. Imagine I tell you, Nati, you're going to write Sefarim, and every single Bet Midrash in the world is going to have your Sefarim. Was he a human being? Of course, he was a Malach Hashem. But did he have the brains as us? He was more genius than us. Yeah, that we understand. But he did it. I asked somebody, how did he do it? How? You know what he answered? I'll tell you how he answered. He said, when the Hafetz Chaim did any mitzvah, he understood clearly, that he's getting eternal reward forever and ever, like the craziest pleasure that you can think of in the whole entire world. That means in the mitzvah that he did, it's like he deposited $1 billion check in his bank account and it's going to come to him. He believed it so strongly in his mind that he understood when he did a mitzvah, he understood that he just got a check for $1 billion in the bank, in his Shamayim bank, and that's how he lived his life, understanding that. He understood that. So therefore his constant brain was saying, wait, this is my life. I live once. And I will come back to this world. But at the end of the day, it's all with the mitzvot that you came with, that you did in this world. And that's exactly what we're learning from this Soreno More. We started today's class saying, what's going on over here? Why are you killing him at 13? It doesn't make sense. Where's the mercy of the Torah? You're killing him at 13 years old, where's the mercy? That's the biggest mercy. Because if he would live until 120, you know what's going to happen to the guy? The guy's going to lose his chelik l'haba. And that's the merciful thing. And that's why in life, you have to see the eye on the prize. Ezu chacham haro'eh et hanolad. Who's a wise person? That sees the future. You hear that? That sees the future. That's exactly what we're learning here tonight. See the future. Don't think small. Everyone over here, and I mean it very seriously. You could be the biggest Talmidei Chachamim, and I mean it seriously. You could be the biggest. You could inspire so many people. You could inspire so many. You know what the thing is? People don't believe that they can. You really can, by the way. You really can. You really can. They called me up right before I came here. They said, Rabbi, we need to go to Avenue U and East 64th. There's a shul over there, and there's 10 public school kids that don't have any religion, they want you there. I want to go check it out. And everybody's thirsty. At least the way I look at it. A lot of people are thirsty. They want to know more. You sit with them, they say, we want to do more, Rabbi, tell me, is this, he asked the question, is it good I go Kippur, Shabbat, every Kippur and Shabbat once in a while, but Kippur I always go. Is that good, Rabbi? I said, as a start, it's great. Everything is good. But you see that they want to grow. Everybody wants to grow. And guess what? Everyone in this room has the potential. Reach out just a little bit. Just a little bit. Bring, even to the shiur. I'm telling you how many people will get religious from the shiur. Come to shiur, come here, Shutara. And guess what? Anytime this person comes, if he gets religious or something like that, you get eternal reward forever and ever and ever. And ever and ever and ever. It's like, I'll give you an example. Imagine you start a business, right? So that business, anytime it's producing, you get reward. Imagine now you get one guy religious. Now every single time, You're chilling and he's working, he's doing mitzvot, this, that, I got that, it's my business, residual.
It's like a pyramid.
It's a pyramid. And he gets another guy, and you get imagine all the children that he has, it's religious because you got him religious. It's a crazy investment. It's a crazy investment. And therefore, Rabotai, what we're learning is keep your eye on the prize. Don't let this world slip your way. Grab it. This world, grab it. One time, and I'll end off with this. Rav Shmuel Birnbaum walked in Manhattan once, and he looked up at the buildings, and they said, he's looking up, and they're like, the people are what's it called? Like the people that are with him, like, Rabbi, what's going on? You like the building? Which one do you want to buy? This one? Like, okay, he's looking up. He's like, no. He's like, what? He's like, I can't believe they take this world so seriously. Our world, this world is very real. But don't forget, this world's only a whole way to get to the real world. And you have to put your investments wisely. You have to serve Hashem with your utmost energy and your utmost capability. And I'm going to conclude. There's a Rambam that says everybody could be like Moshe Rabbeinu, but nobody can be like Moshe Rabbeinu because no Navi can be like Moshe Rabbeinu. So what does the Rambam mean? And the answer to this Rambam is very simple. Moshe Rabbeinu used all his potential given to him, and he succeeded to use all his potential that God gave him. You use all the potential that God gave you, and you'll get the utmost reward. Have a great day.